YouTube. How's everybody doing today? Well, I'm just playing on YouTube today, and I come across some videos that I just think need cleared up, and just need clarified. When you are posting videos on YouTube, especially preppers, you know, the paranoia fact of preppers, they tend to go a little overboard. There's this show, I don't know, you guys probably heard about it, it's called Doomsday Preppers. And it actually makes people look completely idiotic. I mean, it makes them look like buffoons. And, I don't know, it's, if you don't watch what you're doing on the internet, on YouTube, or anywhere, or even when you're talking to people, if you don't watch what you're doing, you're going to act off as like a form of a militia, and the news media spins it where militias look bad. Which I'm not saying all militias are good, but most militias try to do what. If the National Guard was deployed with every other branch of the military, the militias are the one to step in. That the government will have to activate militias to, do national disasters and stuff like that. So, I mean, not all militias are bad, but preppers going too far with their ammo and their guns and man, the way some of you guys talk, you're paranoid, dude. I mean, it's either, a prepper's creed is you're not preparing for one thing. You're preparing for many, 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 many things. A whole scenario. If you can't prepare for it, if you're just thinking about one thing or two things or three things, you're not covering the picture. So, everybody preparing for like nuclear disasters, dirty bombs, and the economic collapse and stuff like that. I mean, guys, really, we can't be doing this. And preppers on YouTube just going after the bad things and telling, I have a couple favorite, people that I watch on YouTube. And, I mean, Low Butt Prepper. He's one of my favorites. I have Southern Prepper 1, Patriot Nurse, The Jack Colorado. I mean, they're all good preppers. I mean, they all try to teach you, stuff that they need to teach you. That you should be looking at, not just stuff that, you're looking. It seems like most of you preppers that prep a lot of guns are looking for a war. And, bub, you don't want to step into that situation. You don't want to pull your family in that situation. So, the reason why you prep is to keep yourself out of that situation. But, you're not getting the concept of what preppers are trying to do. See, preppers are not trying to just prep for their family and themselves. Preppers are trying to prep and get people interested in prepping in the community. And those of you that get your community into this, hey, more power to you, dude. You rock. I mean, you're just badass. Love it. But those of you that try to lone wolf it, and all I hear about is preppers just shooting people and protecting what they got. Do you realize there's an anti-prepper society out there? that thinks preppers is if they run low on something, they're just going to go shoot somebody and take their stuff. Guys, we can't let people think that that's what we're doing. We're not doing that. So you guys need to stop concentrating on the bad and trying to conspiracy theory everything and try to put people over to your side that looks to the future. I mean, think about stuff that's not going to deal with the end of the world. Think about stuff that's going to, like, let's say average Joe Schmo down the road lost his job and he was a prepper. Well, he has enough food to take care of himself, and his family until he gets back on his feet. He has enough materials in his house and stuff like that. So he's not going to go, he's not going to go rogue and rob the bank or grocery store or something like that. So, I mean, if I can get one thing out to you preppers, to all of the preppers, not all the preppers, most of the preppers, is I'm a prepper myself. And I don't prep for myself. I prep for my family. I'll do anything for my family. I will give my own life for my family because that's just the way it's supposed to be. If you don't feel the same way, then you're not a prepper. You're a conspiracy theorist, the theorist that wants a war. Wants a reason to go out and shoot people. And son, you don't need to be calling yourself a prepper. You need to be calling yourself an activist or a militia or some kind of neo-Nazi. I don't care what fucking race you are. That's not how we do it, and that's not the way it's done. The Low Butt Prepper, he's got a web series called Real Day Preppers, and I think if you guys don't know on where to start and stuff like that, I think this video series that he has, it's a real good place to start. There's a couple other good prepper videos out on YouTube, and I mean, take them with a grain of salt, man, because some of them's pretty far out there. And this is what I want the people that post videos and stuff like that. This is what I want them to do. I want them to take it down a couple notches on the paranoid, because if you only concentrate on the negative, then people's gonna think of you negative. Well, concentrate on the good parts, like taking care of what you need to be taken care of and everything like that. Don't show, you buying $50,000 worth of fucking guns. I mean, that's not how we do it. I mean, some preppers don't even have a gun. If they do have a gun, it's just collecting dust in a corner somewhere. It's not going to be shooting people. And this is the way some of you preppers on YouTube come off. I mean, if a regular person that has never even heard of preppers looks at YouTube and some of the wrong videos, and they think you guys are just terrorists. They'll think you guys are just off your wall. And us as preppers are not off our wall. We're preparing for something that we have no control on. That's why we're called preppers and not conspiracy theorists, or, well, some of us call conspiracy theorists, but that's the bad ones. So anyway, I want to just touch base with some of you preppers out there. Just take it down a couple notches. I mean, my next video, I'll talk about preppers and their firearms. And I just want you guys to understand that not all of us preppers are bad. I mean, most of us preppers try to take every life with a grain of salt. And the only thing we do is we try to keep upbeat and go on. And most of us are out for our community and our country. Not all of us are out to do the whole lone wolf thing and run and hide someplace, or bug out to some remote location and going to repopulate the earth themselves. I mean, that's just my 2 cents worth, and I just think that some of you preppers out there just need to calm down a little bit. That's we're trying to get more people to us and not away from us. because it doesn't matter if the economy collapses. I ain't gonna say it won't, and I ain't gonna say it will. It doesn't matter. All right. What matters is jobs are not going that much higher. All right. And more population, we're super populated. So people without jobs and farmers that's losing crops to drought and stuff like that. What we're trying to do is make them see that if they do this prepping, that they'll fall back on hard times, yes, but they're not gonna starve to death, and their family's not gonna go without. But that's just one cowboy's view on the whole prepping thing. So if leave your comments below, and good or bad, I'll answer them. Don't be mean, 'cause I'm not being mean. I'm just saying some people just need to understand that this does not happen. This is not how we are. We're not the average schmo buying $30,000 worth of tactical gear and shit like that so we can be a walking target. Guys, you guys are going out there and buying bulletproof armor and assault rifles and stuff like that, when you guys could be spending that money on your immediate family and out, so you guys can so you can take the community bigger, so you can you have places to go and people to trade with, and supplies that you need, and instead you guys are just putting it on this. And a guy once told me, he's like, it only takes one bullet for everybody. And I live by that. I mean, I do. It's straight. One strategically placed bullet. Strategically placed. That's all you need. I don't care how much armor you got on, bub. And for all you urban preppers thinking that you guys need these big assault weapons and stuff like that, I'll get into that in my next video. But this video is just talking about the paranoid preppers and how far is too far. Especially with everything you're prepping. Once you slack off on your tacticals and militaries and start prepping more for, medical and financial and stuff like that, because you know what? For all you guys going in debt and shit like that and can't climb yourself out of, if this day never fucking happens, you still got bills to pay. It's just no Cowboys point of view, and hope you guys take it with a grain of salt. Like I said, leave your comments down below, and if you like, subscribe. So, you guys be safe. Have a good one.